Greetings, my friends. Welcome to my channel. I hope you're having a wonderful day. I'm called to speak and to announce also that for something we may already feel instinctively or intuitively, is that we're moving towards a great shift of energy during this new moon, this solar eclipse in the next few days. So just take time to be offline, to take the internal process. For some astrologers have been claiming that this will be the most romantic time of the decade, just because Neptune is coming in front of Jupiter and is meeting is going to meet Venus. And Venus is all the things that we love, and then Jupiter will magnify it to such great extent. So just it's going to be very romantic for just tuning into the frequency, the vibration of romance, and then we will unfold when it unfolds. For everything is about internal unfolding more than external resolution. External resolution depends on the internal resolution we have. So, but it's normal to be overwhelmed at times by situation and that we need to solve, to resolve, to repair. So it's about learning to let go of that, to trust, to breathe and let go, to move into the connection with our higher invisible intelligence, and then from there we'll find an easier solution. For our guides are here to guide us all the way to the point of ascension, but they will remain our primary counsel after the ascension. For our guides are higher beings of light that will be perfect counsel for the continuation of the process after the ascension process, which is coming. For the dark is retreating everywhere. It's like this outer shift. Of course, we want to see it coming sooner. We don't know how, we don't know who, we don't know where. For it is a grandiose process of alignment of energy on the whole planet. So the creators and the spirits are working step by step. And so trust that, trust the plan is in the works. For the light cannot be, this process of light and ascension cannot be prevented. It can be slowed down maybe, but it cannot be prevented. So more and more the truth will come out, and the pressure on the lies and the manipulation will become obvious. But we need to be more, sorry to say that, but we need more of that, and to wake up the rest of humanity. Many people are not awake at all, and they still believe in the narrative of the matrix. The highest wisdom is the triumph, for we are triumphant over the lower self. What we need to understand is action. What we need to do is renewal, or rebirth, or renaissance. And the outcome will be the healing. We're going to find our own healing, and we'll be able to assist other people with their own healing, as we assist the planet with our own healing. For health and ecology is the same thing. And for ecology is just the health of the planet. For we have to come to the realization that the planet is a conscious being with countless civilizations. For humanity is the lowest civilization. We believe we're the only one here, but there is all kinds of civilization that are non-violent, but they cannot consider human trustworthy until they overcome their ego and their violence and their brutality. So all of that will come in. We don't need to wait for humanity to come in contact with the magic kingdom, the fairies, the underwater world, the inner earth, all the invisible forces that exist, the communities that exist on the planet. So, for there is a great house cleaning, and we need to come into the collaboration with our soul and spirit, and for that we need our mind and our ego to collaborate, to play the game. So. And do not let the problems or the negative thoughts process take too much rhythm. To stop them. Know the solution will be found from the inner planes. And no, all the answers are already within. It's just we have to become one with our divinity, and to understand all the wars will soon end. There's going to be no more possibility for wars. They're still promoting those things, but it's actually all karmas that are finding completion and resolution. Also understanding that we all have to go through at some point the portal of death. Some people may consider that scary, but it's nothing to be scared about. For there is. For life is eternal. For some people do not believe that, but this is more fact. For me, it's like there is absolutely no doubt in that fact. And another thing that needs to be understood is that there is no judgment. When we die, when we pass on, we always what some people can create hell for themselves for a temporal, for reason, personal reason. They can move into their own personal self-created hell because of self-judgment and all kinds of things. But in truth, there is no need for judgment, for the Creator does not judge. We emerge. We live a physical body, we re-emerge within the light, and we meet our guides, and we review all the things we've learned and the things we didn't learn during the incarnation. So it's all a pleasant process. I'm looking forward to my life review for this incarnation. I'm very curious to know the ins and outs of this life, yet my incarnation is not finished, so I will continue and continue to progress and to work on myself in any event, and to fulfill whatever mission the Creator wants me to, but then the Creator tells me that I'm going to have a lot of freedom to, it's like whatever I want to do is, the universe will support it, and know that you are supported by the universe. I'm going to pull a few cards from the Akash and discuss a few more ideas. For this great shift that is coming, and it's an internal shift, and the observer is living or traveling. The highest wisdom is the transport. We're pulling out all kinds of wagons within ourselves. We want to come into the Paradise Express and allow ourselves to be with no direct way to heavenly sphere. But it's also pulling other people with you. But it's like everybody's got to find their own fuel, their own energy, their own connection to source. Eventually, for now, we need to assist, to reinforce the world in this resolution, this understanding that they have the power of God within themselves. So that's going to be a big shock to announce that in the media. For that should be the news. So not the new news. For the Christ already said, the kingdom of God is within you. So he already explained that, but we're going to need to reintroduce that into the consciousness. Wow, what we need to understand is love life for this very romantic time that is coming. I'm going to sing a romantic song that's going to be nice to return to a balanced social life and romantic life. What we need to do is the Father is taking the hand of the Creator. It's turning to the source for guidance. And the outcome is knighthood. It's about being noble. It's about being truthful. It's about being courageous. It's about having value. And we'll be able to have our shields of light. And the light will protect us so that we won't be affected by anything that could come in as a counter force that could prevent us from the one point. Once we remain in duality, there is a counter force. Once we move into the light, there is no more counter force. For light is inclusive of darkness. I wanted to speak briefly of a civilization that, for those who can believe that there can be also civilization on the planet Earth. But even on the planet, there's so many extraterrestrials community that live here discreetly, but eventually we'll come to meet them. To talk about Alpha Centauri, the next door star. This is a place I love. I've always had amazing incarnations there from my soul revelation. And for this, it's a triple star system: Alpha, Beta, and Proxima Centauri. And there's a lot of civilization there. And some of them are more material, and some of them are more spiritual. But the spiritual path they're very, very high in the frequency. They're like the scientists of the galaxy. And my contact in the Alpha Centaurian is the commander Soltec, is the commander of the Phoenix, the starship the Phoenix, who holds the frequency of the 172nd dimension to turn the it's a huge ship that takes all of the information of the evolution of the universe and retranslates it through DNA light fire codes within the DNA of all beings within the universe. So I'm going to align with to find out more what's going on, because the Centaurians are usually, as far as I know, they were very not so much interacting with the civilization outside unless being asked, but they have some plans to work with the humanities. And last time I was there was a long time ago. It was in 1998. I was taking a trip to Venus. I was invited to take a trip to Venus, and I met somebody there that took me on a trip to the solar system. And so I was on a Venusian ship with this beautiful spirit that was guiding me, and at some point we found ourselves at the border of Alpha Centauri, and then we had the ships, the border patrol, like we had to clear custom, but then since we had no reason to go into it, we turned around and went back to our solar system. But to know that it's a very protected system. very advanced, and it was an intel to say that Elon Musk was part of this an Arcturian group that was here to bring new energies to the planet. He's a very dynamic entrepreneur, but he does not really follow his dictated path. He's like, sometimes he goes all over the place, and he may be influenced by lower energies as well. So hopefully he's going to gather together his energy. Yet I respect the fact that he's really shaking up this woke movement in America with this buying out of Twitter. And so he tweeted something funny. He says, "I'm going to buy Coca-Cola to put cocaine back in the Coca-Cola." For at least it's like he's playing with the system. He's playing, he's working, he's making a lot of money, and he's having fun at it. So he's a good model in some sense. Although I don't agree with all his ideas, of course, but but it was said that he was part of a group of Centaurian beings that incarnated on the planet to assist in the evolution of the technology. For there is a very, very big thing in technology is the quantum battery. For it's like much more the stakes are far higher than just the rockets or cars, or like for those quantum batteries, we are self-regenerating battery. They don't need to be recharged and they don't degrade. And so this will solve the energy problem on the planet, along with zero-point generators. Those things can be available really soon, and that will solve. But there is the economic aspect of it that's. Although the planets will give free energy, not free, but all kinds of natural resources to be consumed to utilize as energy. But if it's to know that even oil, gas, gold, all of that is renewable energy, the Earth continues to produce it, create it. It's because people think that it's like we're living on a rock, and it's like. And there is a certain amounts of commodities, and after that it's gone, and so they're trying to clean up the earth of all the minerals, everything to be consumed. And so there's a great deal of lack of respect and understanding in terms of the balance of energy. For whatever you do, you can take from the earth. The earth will gladly give, but ask the permission. For instance, if I was to buy a land to build a house, I would before I buy the land, I would just ask the spirit, that the elementals that oversees all this area, to see, is it acceptable for me to buy a house there? If I receive an answer no, that means there may be a natural catastrophe that will be coming. It's not the place for me. But if then I found out that most invisible spirit welcome my presence wherever I go. They're always happy to see this energy that I carry that comes along. But to do it with to ask counsel, to meditate upon things, to do things, to do things without not just from the ego, but to know that there is a coordination of energy. And there is going to be a great change in societies that are going to be coming, and essentially the competition on the private sector needs to be really reinforced, and rather to prevent big companies to buy small companies, because and if another thing that I think would be in the future we won't need is advertisement. For it's like every product should be able to sustain itself by its own merit, rather than all those things they put in people's mind. But in the public sector, there has to be a cooperation and synchronization to serve the highest good of the people. That's going to be really because the power over no longer works. It's all this system of power over. They want to have power over, but it's only power over self that is real. So this will no longer fit. I'm also curious to know what the quantum computer, the new quantum computer that will regulate the future economy, will be able to filter out fake news, propaganda, disinformation, hatred, fear, calumnies. So this intelligent computer, I don't know if it's based on extraterrestrial technologies, like the Arcturians could have been fully qualified to create these computers. I know it's already there, it's already exists, it's already there. So I'm just curious to know how it will come into. But those quantum batteries are a very big deal. They will solve the energy problem on the planet, and they're already. It's just how do we introduce it? For there are many models. For maybe it's not already developed. Maybe it is. Maybe it is not. I have my own guidance in relationship to that. I will move and see if I can do some prototype. For necessity is the mother of invention. when man see the need for something, that he has a need for something, he will create something to fulfill that need. As we want to move into a world that is a level 1 civilization, peace and abundant in energy, self-sufficient in the respect of the planet, we'll have to use those 0-point technology that are crystal-based technology that are on the frequency of light. Even our physical body has to accelerate to the frequency of light, for the electrons are moving extremely fast around the proton. For the proton is the yang, and the electron is the yin, the negative force. So it's like the harmonization between the yin and the yang. And this is naturally, we'll not have to control the atoms within our body to say, this one is turning, this one is not turning. Everything is like it's happening. It's a divine unfoldment. But as the electron accelerate, they turn into photon, and there is this explosion, this expansion from physical to light body. And this is really one of the things that we have to expect at some point. And but always check with spirit, always ask for your guidance, or do something, and then you'll see what happens in any event. So I just thought I'd come and say hello. We'll continue to work slowly but surely, to continue to prepare, to find peace, to find joy, to find since we're preparing for this big romantic time, for it's not just one day, one moon, it has to be a continuous flow and motion, to have a balance and fulfilling a social and romantic life. So I sing this song. It went through my mind this morning when I woke up. It's an old song, and I remember it was when I lived in LA in the 1980s. The song came out. It's a pop music. It's called Hello. It's Lionel Richie. It goes like this. I've been alone. Faut que je retrouve I have to find the melody. I've been alone with you inside my mind, and in my dreams I've kissed your lips 1,000 times. I sometimes see you passed outside my door. Hello, is it me you're looking for? I can see it in your eyes, I can see it in your smile. You're all I've ever wanted, and my arms are open wide, 'cause you know just what to say, and you know just what to do. And I want to tell you so much, I love you. I long to see the sunlight in your hair, and tell you time and time again how much I care. Sometime I feel my heart will overflow. Hello, I've just got to let you know, 'cause I wonder where you are, and I wonder what you do. Are you somewhere feeling lonely, or is there someone loving you? Tell me how to win your heart, for I haven't got a clue. But let me start by saying, I love you. Hello, is it me you're looking for? 'Cause I wonder where you are, and I wonder what you do. Are you somewhere feeling lonely, or is there someone loving you? Tell me how to win your heart, for I haven't got a clue. But let me start by saying, I love you. So it's like the mystery before. It's like before we actually come together with someone. There's this great deal of excitement in discovering the new relationships. I'll pull one more card, and the card of the day is the Revelation. So be ready for Revelation. The Archangel Raziel. Joy through spiritual fulfillment, to enlighten the path of someone, finding your answers through the answer to your questions through meditation. So know that the answers will come through meditation. The deepest answers will be the soul revelation, and utilize this time. Always share your light with others as much as you can, because the more light we can share, the more light we can receive. The more love we can give, the more love we can receive as well. So I wish you a wonderful day. Thank you very much, and I'll talk to you later. Adonai.